Hello and welcome to this video about biases. We all have them. We all have been through some kind of brainwash, call this education if you prefer. But we carry with us stereotypes, and if we really want to study our world around, which is a big field work, as proper anthropologists, what we want to do is put aside our biases. So, for that, we need to be aware of our biases. So, we have what we call confirmation biases. So, for example, if you think that certain type of people are more intelligent or less intelligent, depending on whatever criteria, um, if it could be unconscious biases about certain people with certain accents, for example, etc., etc. Whatever the bias is, what happens is this is going to act as a lens through which you're going to look at reality in a distorted manner, which is going to prevent you from looking at facts really factually, and you're going to miss so much around about the world because you're blinded by your own um uh, your own biases, your own ideas, preconceived stereotypes, but also it's not just that, it's also the fact that when we overly focused on something, then everything else becomes invisible. So to prove this, we are going to do a little experiment together. So what I want you to do right now is count the passes. We're going to have a group of students right now who are going to play basketball, and I want you to count the exact number of passes, all right? So let's have a look. Can we do this well together? Let's go.
How many passes did you count?
Right, so what is the answer, do you think? Hmm. Well, if you got 15, that is the right answer. But that is not all. There is probably something that you did notice or that you probably missed. It is that there was a gorilla. Mm. Yes, there was a gorilla, actually, gorilla who was walking around as students were playing basketball. So that is what we call selective attention. You're overly focused on something specific, the passes, but and therefore you are not paying attention to everything else around. So that's called inattentional blindness. Okay. Well, that's really important because imagine that we all have this tendency to focus so much on something that we just can't see the rest around us. So imagine for eyewitness testimony, for example, social media, the news, when you walk around, in the streets, public spaces, with our relationships, conversations, everything. We actually tend to focus on one specific thing at a time, and we are looking at reality and so called facts through distorting sort of lens. So imagine, so we need to be aware of these things to actually have new eyes on the way we look at the world and how biased we are. Okay, and that's how we're going to be able to start reading facts as anthropologists.